What's up, folks? Acid Roots here with part 2 of Let's Play Spades. So, last time, basically Hillary and Beyonce were triumphing over us, and we just kind of finished up the rest of that circuit there. So that's what you have. So, I guess, really, because this doesn't have music, it's going to be kind of seemingly kind of basic. But I'm going to try to come up with some extra stuff to kind of discuss. So, yeah, it's been real cold autumn, to think about it like that. I'm really kind of, the household is not about to get the furnace turned on until next week, so it's kind of chilly and that sort of stuff, and my fingers and toes are cold, which more so than the rest of my body, that's kind of annoying. But, I've been watching some funny stuff, kind of been kicking back and just sharpening my jokes so I have more funny stuff for you all. That's kind of what's been going on in terms of acidic roots, and hopefully I can get the last bit of peace. I got a new dazzle, so I have that in the shop, and by the shop I mean the house. And I just need to get like the splitter cables, and then that essentially takes care of it, But with everyone else who I live with having a full-time job, or at least pretty close to a full-time job, and me not having a vehicle, it makes it difficult to kind of do this. But we're going to get back to the way that things were back in early September, which feels so long ago. It's really the thing. September 3rd of 2020, September 8th, September 13th, those kind of days, they just feel so long ago, despite the fact that that was really just last month. Even Saturday Night Live is kind of saying that 3 days ago feels like 100 days ago. I really don't know why that is. 3 days ago, that's just the difference between Tuesday and Friday, so I don't know where that comes from, but it is what it is. So, but hopefully I will get some new stuff, and my bag of tricks will reign supreme as it did before. We can get Final Fantasy finally kicked off, and get some more Super Metroid going, and just kind of, have the same style that I had back in the summer. Because I definitely, it's too soon for me to be on hiatus like this. I've been really trying to uncork some ideas to kind of keep things running, but it's just not the same as it was back in July and August. And, the summer pissed me off for undisclosed reasons, but now I need to kind of get back into the swing of things and start beating some of these video games. But, not before combating Hillary Clinton and Beyonce Knowles Carter, and trying to see if we can best them in spades. And of course I have Donald Trump as my partner in crime here, so this is kind of the situation. But surprisingly, these females are, pretty decent at, at least the CPU for this sort of thing. They're decent at playing spades. They're always picking low tricks, which is kind of annoying just because you can't really expect to best them just because they're not really betting them. They may have more bags than us, but if they get what they say they're going to get and don't get anything else, that's just their strategy. They get all their tricks and then just play bad hands so they don't get bags or not get their tricks. That's kind of the situation. When you think of spades, you think that you're supposed to play, the way I was taught, you're supposed to lay down the bets and see if you can do it, but that's really the opposite of how you should do it. And especially if you were to play spades at like a casino or something, you'd be wanting, these women are actually playing spades probably rather functional, just because I ain't about to lose, $150, $350 just because of one trick that I thought I could take but couldn't. Just missed it by one. Just missing it by one, that's all it takes. There's no almost in this game, so it's annoying as it is, but what can you do? I really like blackjack also, though. That's another fun game to play. At least that. I'm really considering bringing like Cobalt and Gary along for the ride and seeing if we can see how far we can get and stuff. Be a lot of fun. But I said that last time, but the whole damn thing is I simply don't know how many people actually give a fuck. They'd probably think, well, if you like gambling so much, why don't you go to an actual casino? That's kind of the thing. Well, probably because it's a pandemic for one thing, and then for another, having to drive all the way across town, because the closest casino is probably like a 3-hour, 4-hour drive. It's for Missourians, it would be in Oklahoma, maybe Arkansas or something like that, but I don't even know if Arkansas has casinos. Of course, we're the lucky ones that just don't get casinos, but this is really a pain in the ass. So, I'll tell you, if I would have been playing in casinos since I was like 18 or 21 if they had been in Missouri. That's like the thing. Missouri was very shrewd in making sure that the locals around these parts didn't grow up with them. But then, oh, isn't gambling bad for you though? You shouldn't be wanting to spend all your hard-earned cash on gambling, man. You should be trying to donate to cancer and donate to shit like that. You should be donating to doctors and college students. It's like, I don't know. That's just like the whole damn thing, but yeah. So I'll tell you, these women are mopping the floor with us, though. It amazes me that, paying attention to who my partner is. I mean, in one of these, you're going to see, I can't see it because I did not feel like I have to do this in segments because I don't have Trump and my tricks up yet, but basically Trump picks more tricks and that winds up getting us messed up because he picks like 6 and I only pick 2 and then he only gets 5. So, and then of course we lost 7 or 80 points, but then I kind of did the same thing. So one of these I do the same thing. We both fell for the same trap in trying to pick more tricks and then not doing well with it because they're picking very low ones, which means we either have to pick low ones like them or try to pick higher. And Trump picks 6 one time and then I pick 6 and I basically get 5. I feel like you can't really be mad at your partner if he thinks he can get like 5 or 6 or 7 tricks and he gets them all but one. I mean, if he keeps doing it, it's one thing. But if it's just like, if he really thought he could get 7 and he gets 6, it's like, yeah, you can see where that's kind of coming from. I mean, unless you're playing for money, it's like, no, you better really think intelligently if you're going to make us lose out on like 3 digits, 4 digits worth of money. But this is kind of the thing. So there's probably people who are like, you know what, I'm just going to go to Las Vegas, man. I'm going to bet real money with real people. I don't know when YouTube became so much about real. It doesn't have to be that way. I mean, just because you show a picture of something does not mean you have to own it. I think we're kind of forgetting that. There's too many crazy YouTubers that it's like if you show a picture of a Maserati, that goddamn well better mean you actually own one. I don't know. It's just there is such a thing as pedestrian and middle class, but yeah. So, yeah, you can see some of these advertisements now. Bite the urge. I don't know what the hell that's about, but yeah. So, let's try. So we're about done with this episode. So yeah, keep up your gambling chords and continue the fray with us as we get to part 3. Subscribe for more fun. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night.